So some of the things that we produce on the farm, we have a couple hundred acres of potatoes, we have 150 acres of carrots, we have 40 acres of onions, we have 100 acres of apples, we have a couple acres of peaches and strawberries, and this year we also planted some high bush blueberries, raspberries, and hasket berries. So in this particular area we have some barley here just to the side of us, which will be used as a cover crop, and we will just incorporate that back into the soil. We also have carrots in the background, which will be sent to Oxford Foods for frozen baby carrots. And we're also digging red potatoes today, which is a table potato that you will can pick up at your local grocery store. We have a wide variety of apples that we grow, right from the early season, which is the end of August, right till the very end, which could be the last week of October to the first week of November. We grow anywhere from Jersey Max to Gravensteins to Honeycrisp, Johnny Golds, Golden Delicious, so probably about 20 varieties that we grow on this farm. One of the main reasons why we grow so many different varieties is to extend our harvest season and keep our labor going right from the beginning of September to the end of October. So the variety that I have behind me is the Honeycrisp apple, which a lot of people are familiar with now. The Honeycrisp apple has to be hand thinned so that it produces biggest apples and some of the tastier apples. So this is a Honeycrisp tree, and this is considered a fresh fruit apple, a really good eating apple. We also grow processing apples, which would be mostly our Spies and Ida Reds, and they would go to the pie plant locally and to make apple pies. The Honeycrisp apples that are on this tree still have about a month left to go, and when we harvest them, they'll probably be about double the size that they are right now. Well, a couple of the reasons why I was interested in growing peaches was it seemed like a new and interesting challenge to take on. Also, I think that there's a real demand for local produce in the stores. It also really helps with my labor to keep them busy during the August months when things are a little quieter in the orchards. The most challenging thing about growing peaches is probably our cold winters. If the temperatures stay too cold for too long, then it will kill the tree. And so we might get 5 or 6 or even 10 years of really nice mild winters, and then one year you'll get a really cold winter and it could kill off all your trees. The other problem that we have with peach trees is collar rot. If the soil stays wet for too long, the trees cannot handle it, and they'll develop a disease in the root system which will eventually kill the trees. These trees were planted 3 years ago, and there's 1 acre of trees here, and then behind these ones is another acre of trees which is 2 years old. So the site I chose to plant peaches on has some real advantages. It also has some disadvantages. The disadvantages of this particular site is the soil is incredibly heavy. It's clay soil, so it holds the moisture a lot longer, which isn't good for the peach trees because the root system doesn't like to be wet. The benefit of being up here is that we're on the side of the North Mountain, so the temperatures don't get as cold here, so it protects them a little bit more from winter injury.